talking to the buyer, what did you find out about me and their experience with me when you talk to the buyer, my client?
I envy them.
Yeah.
I wish I'd known you before I listed my house, because obviously
That's
they
how
got,
bad it was.
yes, they got your service. I didn't get mine. As a matter of fact, you actually provided me the service
Oh wow!
instead of him.
Instead of him.
Up to the time, he couldn't
Doing
even provide the requirements that, for example, that plan of survey. I had to travel myself to get it from the regional office, and he didn't even have time. I provided it to him, and he didn't even have time to check it, and told me that he did not. I did not provide it, but he basically did nothing for me. He just presented that night, impressed me with his presentation, telling me that he's selling 1,000 houses a month.
Yeah, and that's what the a difference between a quality and a quantity, right? You don't want to just hire somebody that can sell 1,000 homes a year. It's about how what type of service that you can provide to the client. It's not just a quantity. It's the quality that matters the most.
The human side of things.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm selling my home, which is my blood, sweat, and tears.
Right.
In my case. But then, it was sold like a pancake.
So like a pancake, exactly.
Yes.
So it's just like a kind of
Yes.
manufacturing.
Yes.
That it flips like. Was the buyer's agent, which is me, is honest about the transaction? Like, how did you feel?
I actually trusted you more than him. The only reason why I pursued I actually went through the transaction is
because of
you.
me.
Because you provided me the service. You sort of like, it provided me the sympathy, the empathy that I needed, that I never got from him.
Wow.
From then on, you provided me the services as my real estate agent, not him.
Right.
So.
Like from the time that I actually look at what's inside the house, if it's part of your house, it's rental and things like that.
Yes,
I
that
had
too.
to question that, and I had to protect my buyer, which is my client, to make sure that what's rental and what will stay in the house and what will not stay.
He just presented me the offer, and he wanted me to take the offer and
sell it as it is.
Sell the house, but never offered me any of those advices. I mean, I ended up like paying for cancellation fees and penalties.
Wow.
Because he never asked those questions.
Yeah. And that's one thing that when you're selling a house, you always want to make sure that to check what is rental, especially for the buyer, because you don't want to assume the rental fee if you don't want it, and that's something that should be done before you even list your house, is to put a checklist and what is rental and like what will stay in the house and what will not stay in the house, and that's very, very important.